Hello, Tiffany. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I want to go ahead and outline what we already know, and notice what I've put on the whiteboard right now are numbers that are important. Very, very important for us to realize that there are some things that we need to get rid of in order to keep the essential items that we need. Okay, so these numbers up here, and I'm going to explain them all, are going to be vital to you understanding the velocity baking process for you personally. All right, this is a customized velocity baking strategy in which you're going to utilize to not only, right, free up cash flow, but you're also going to eliminate debt rapidly so you can get that debt to income where it needs to be so you can get that home. All right? Absolutely. Are you ready? Let's go. Now, there's really only a couple things, dare I say a few things, that you need to keep in mind when you're implementing the velocity banking strategy. Number one, where is your income going to go? Right? Number two, how many lines of credit, not credit cards, how many lines of credit do you have? And number three, do you know how to pay your expenses? Do you know how to pay your expenses? Now, I say expenses. This also includes loans, all right? We're putting the loans inside of that word expenses. Now, you said that these numbers are very important to you. These numbers represent the credit score. All right, excellent. Very good credit score. Pat on the back to you. All right, we want to keep those numbers right there. Now, in order to keep those numbers there, we need to focus. Okay, now these aren't the only elements that you need to be aware of, but you need to focus on the top two priorities when it comes to credit, and that is what? Payment history, it accounts for 35% of your credit score, and credit utilization, it accounts for 30% of your credit score. All right, so you want to make sure that those two items, at least, at the very least, those two items are at the top of your priorities. Now, we know that the credit card, $7,500, okay, balance on it. Also, the personal line is $33,500. Now, for simplicity, we're going to go through all of the lines that you have first. I'm going to be calling the credit cards lines of credit, and of course, I'll be calling the lines of credit lines of credit. Why? Because they are all lines of credit. All right, that's what we want to emphasize. $14,600 in one account, line of credit, and then $11,000 line of credit in another account. Great job, by the way, in establishing those lines of credit. I tell you what, you may want to ask the banker, hey, would you mind giving me some more lines of credit so that I can utilize this for my benefit, since you guys, the bank, are utilizing it for your benefit? All right, now, what we want to do is establish the fact that you have what is called debt. In this economic system, it's called debt. However, the credit card, right, and the lines of credit, when you utilize these instruments that the bank has given you, you'll realize that it's not really debt at all. Why? Because you can pay and borrow and pay and borrow and pay and borrow and pay and borrow. Do you get where I'm going with this? Now, you may see $33,500 as an obstacle. You may see $40,000 as an obstacle, as a bill, okay? That's not how I see it, not at all. Because let's just step back and say you got just over $40,000, right, in quote-unquote debt. But the good thing about it is you have over $25,000 in lines of credit. So all in all, what do you have as debt? Let's just round it up, right? My goodness, I need another marker. 40,000, that is, minus 26,000, all right? That's not exactly 26,000. So let's go ahead and erase that and put it as a 25, just for easy math, all right? What is 40,000 minus 25,000? 15,000, right? Absolutely. 15,000 is what you really have outstanding. Why? Because that line of credit can cancel out those loans, can cancel out that mortgage, can cancel out that amortized blood-sucking loan. All right? So what you can do with the $33,500 is you can actually put a portion of the 14,600 or the 11,000, or you can combine them and say, let's see, how fast do I want to get rid of this debt? How fast do you want to get rid of it? Because when you eat the principal of this debt, the $33,500, okay, we're going to be focusing on here, the personal loan. Because this is the loan that you pay money to and you can't borrow that again. All right? So that's definitely priority. So we're going to take away, let's say, $10,000 from this $33,500, which will leave you where? $23,000. Well, the interest is what's feeding on that host, which is the principal. So the lower the host, okay, or the smaller the host, the smaller the principal. Interest in this scenario is the parasite. Principal is the host. The smaller the host, the smaller the parasite. Okay? The smaller the principal, the smaller the interest. Does that make sense? So let's go ahead, and since you are wanting to stay in right standing, right, with your credit scores, I would recommend taking no less than 30% total. 30% total of the $14,600 plus $11,000, which 30% total of the $25,600. And what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and calculate that here for you. So we took the $25,600, multiplied it by 30%, which is 0.3, and we came up with $7,680. If you want to, you can go ahead and do easy math on that and just round that out at 7,600. 7,600, because that's below the 30%. Now, what I want you to do is go ahead with that $7,600. Go ahead and chip away at this $33,500. Why? Why? Because as you utilize your lines of credit to get rid of this personal loan, you're going to see the power of the velocity banking method. Because while you're doing that, the $7,600 going towards here, it's going to lower it by $7,600. It's going to be powerful. So now you'll have what? 26,000 something left to pay. And as the months roll by, you'll still be making the monthly payment, the minimum monthly payment. It's just that when you are filled back up to full capacity on the $25,600, right here at the line of credit, then what will you do again? You'll take that $7,600 and you will slam it again to the principal, on this personal loan. Now, how will you know when you will pay back the line of credit? Well, you'll know by taking the balance in your line of credit and then dividing that by the cash flow. Absolutely, you take the balance and you divide it by the cash flow. How do we get the cash flow? We get the cash flow by income minus expenses. Income minus expenses equals cash flow, or monthly discretionary income. All right? So the cash flow is going to be what pays this line of credit down. You don't have to worry about a minimum monthly payment when you're talking about your line of credit. Why? Because as you get the check, okay, as you get your income, it hits your checking account. Where are you going to put it? To your Velocity banking tool, right here. You're going to put your check right here. You say, but CJ, it's already full. Then get it unfull so you can put your check in here. This is your new checking account. It sure is. That's right. This is your new checking account. You're going to use it as your new checking account. And as the income comes into your new checking account, which is your line of credit, what are you going to do when you first hit full capacity? When it's full, take that $7,600 and place it towards the principal. I'm telling you, this is the principal thing. Place it there. Keep on making the minimum monthly payments. Absolutely. Keep on making them. Keep on making them. And this one as well. Keep making the minimum monthly payments. All right. And then when this one is full again, where does the $7,600 go? To here. You're going to focus one at a time. One at a time. And as you do that, now I'm telling you, watch this, $7,600, right? Belongs to one principal. Remember, you're already at $26,000. So if it took you 6 months to pay off this, watch this, $7,600 again. So now you're at what? Let's just say a high number. You're already at $19,000. You know, say it took you 6 months to pay that up again. Hey, now you're almost done. Isn't that powerful? Now listen, there is a lot more that I can say about this, that I can customize banking calculators for you and everything, run it step by step. I also have a Velocity financial banking software that you could use. Just type the numbers in there and it tells you what lines of credit to use and it does the calculations all for you. We definitely have that available for you, Tiffany, but this one is for you. I want you to free up that cash flow, okay, and eliminate debt rapidly, and this is how to do it. So listen, sign up for the Velocity Evangelist membership at YouTube so you can get the emails, you can get a response back faster. You know, of course, we got to prioritize, unfortunately, and all of these things, but your comment, your concern is still my concern, and I want to get back in touch with you all so that we can get rid of this, okay? And make sure that you're into that home. We want to stay in contact with you. Tiffany, thank you so much. God bless and you have a great night.